GAC catch-up, round 2 of the finals, and we're up against Biobia. Biobia. His name's Bob. Let's check out the HotUtils comparison. Alright, our good friend Bob over here on the right-hand side, and your boy Scribbly Bibble Gaming is on the left-hand side. He is in Mandos, and they are nearly a 400 million GP guild. Yeah, okay, so he's ranked a little bit better than me. He's got a few more offensive wins than me, and he's got, what, just under 2 million more GP, so about 1.7 mil more GP, and all of these metrics, apart from the Omicrons, yeah, he's better than me. Like, we look at the mods, and oh my days, is he better than me in mods? 46 plus 25 speed secondaries to my 30. That's pretty significant. That's a 50% increase on my 25 plus secondaries. His mods, well, they pee all over mine, guys. They make me feel very sad and insignificant, and certainly as if, you know, I need to start compensating for something. When we look at the GLs, however, yeah, he's got all of them. And when we look at the R9s, this is where he still has the advantage. He's got 2 more R9s than me, 3 to my 9. But tier, all right, he's just better than in every respect, guys. He's just, it's not looking pretty, is what I'll say. That is a fast ray at 592 speed, my days. Okay, and fortunately he does. Yeah, he does have an R9 exec, and I'm assuming it's an R9. Yeah, JML is R9. We might be in a spot of bother. Let's go check out his defense. And this is what I turned up to see. So I may have been a little bit of an arsehole here. I may have put a significant amount of defense down, even though I was out GL'd significantly. So he had attacks. He's got 1445 in banners, which means he didn't have the best time on offense, and you can see my executor is still standing there. When we actually go and check in how he's done on his attacks, it took him 3 attempts to take down my Starkiller. I hid JML on the back wall, meaning I placed all 3 of my GLs on defense. I know what you're saying. Bold move, Scribe. Let's hope it pays off for you. Yeah. And on the back wall over here, you can see I also set all of the meta fleet, and my executor held. So he didn't drop any battles there on the fleet, but he wasn't able to clear it either. So, I mean, this is... Honestly, I was hoping he couldn't kill the ground walls with me putting all of my GLs on defense. But there we go. You know, so when we check out his defense, in the north, we've got an R9 BAM. That was his extra R9. He's got Phasma, he's got Qui-Gon Jinn, Omicron with full Galactic Republic and Cam, and he's got a JTR with the Res Bros and R2-D2 with BB-8. So that's nothing to really be sneezing at. That Creel quickly checked his speed, 309, and I was like, well, this guy's speed mods, I don't know where he's placing them, but it's certainly not on his Queel. So then the south wall, he's got a Maul lead, well, Darth Maul lead and a Maul lead Mandos. He's got a Palps with Mara Jade and a Relicate Lord Vader, which is sporting his Piet as well. Now, this was a bit of a plus and a bonus for me. I was like, well, okay, so the Piet means he doesn't have a really operatable Imperial Troopers, but he's already cleared my ground. And it does mean that this Fennec Shant counter is largely going to be not happy, thanks to that Piet gaining TM and, you know, passing out mass days as well. So, yeah, we go in with the Fennec counter because, let's face it, guys, I had no GLs for offense, so this was dangerous of me to do, but I thought we might as well have some fun. So we get the taunt off with Bosk. We obviously want to try and hit that contract as soon as possible. Speaking of contract, there it is. Go ahead and stun Shore Trooper, get some good damage on him, throw out some grenades from our girl Zam over here, and just say yeet. Well, this is where I decided. I was like, do we go ahead and yeet Piet, or do we get rid of Royal Guard? I panicked and got rid of Royal Guard. Not sure if that was the right thing to do. Probably wasn't. I decided to try and get the kill here with Fennec, and we just don't do enough damage. I think maybe if it was R8, maybe we'd have got lucky. We nearly kill Shore Trooper then with the counter attack. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and heal up. Yeah, we've got some days on the field, so we probably need to heal up, get rid of all that nastiness. And I think we decide to go straight back in on on Shore Trooper. I think maybe Fennec might try and kill Piet again, but we just don't have the speed to quite outpace. So he gets the mark off, and that's our problem. So I decided to get the armor shred on Lord Vader. We almost also want to... Well, we're still stuck behind the Shore Trooper, truth be told. Call in the assist, and there goes Shore Trooper. He's out of there. Now we're forced to attack Lord Vader here. Obviously not ideal. Get the mass assist, do some good damage. And my Bosk is a little bit hairy, and this ruins it. Like, oh dear me. It's not looking pretty. Yeah. Vader just absolutely wrecked our face there. Absolutely destroyed our face. So, first round, not ideal. We dropped the battle in a very first battle against Lord Vader. So, not ideal. Not ideal. After much deliberation, it took me quite some time to decide what to do. I decided to go ahead and use my Maul Mandalorian team to clear up the Lord Vader. I figured Lord Vader has got less than 50% health at this point. If we can just yeet out Lord Vader, we should be good, right? We should be absolutely fine. So we go ahead, we get the 5 stacks of anguish on our by Maul, and I'm just like, right, let's full send on Lord Vader. We could do this. Come on, guys. 2. Come on. 3. He's in the red. 4. Oh, come on. 5. Yeah, screw you, Vader. You're out of it. And now I'm like, I don't even care if... Yeah, well, there's nothing this duo can do now to sort of counter this Maul Mandos team. We've got way too much offense for them and way too much recovery. I'm like, okay, so we've got a little bit of breathing room. Obviously, we had to use a pretty strong team here to counter, but we need to get a full clear, basically, if we want to win. So, got to use what we have to use, and I didn't want to end up wasting multiple teams trying to clear up this Lord Vader. In future, I think if I'm using that Fennec team, I'm just gonna get rid of Piet immediately. Just get him out of there, disintegrate him first. So we got some banners, 43 there, not terrible. Next up, I decide to go after his EP Mara Jade team, and I'm taking in a trusted favorite of mine. I'm using Darth Vader lead with Thrawn, and Moff Gideon is there to basically give us the first turn. Darth Vader obviously can't have his TM reduced. Our Moff Gideon goes first, gets rid of all of their TM, so no turns for them, and then we can just go into Merciless Massacre and mercilessly massacre all of these people. I definitely went overkill here, but I figured I didn't need Dad Bod Boba elsewhere. Might as well put him in there just to have a little bit of security in this counter, just in case something goes wrong. You never know if you try and underman it. Sometimes things go a little bit wrong. So I fracture Thrawn, so Thrawn fractures Thrawn, and a space paradox occurs and everybody loses their mind. Alternatively, we just kill him. That works too. So easy cleanup there. I noticed that the Mara Jade was slower than my Moff Gideon, so it was an easy decision to make. Next up, I decided I was going to go ahead and take out the Maul team that he's got here. Now, there is no BAM in this squad, so I was quite happy to take in Imperial troopers here. I just know I need to get the first kill off. For some weird reason, he's got a pre-taunt in his Relic 5 Sith Empire trooper, but I didn't think that would be much of a concern for us. So I think we just basic here. No, we throw the grenade. We don't want them having any bonus turns. Get the mass assist off, start working on Jango Fett, and once we get that first kill, we are sitting pretty. Okay, so let's go stomp with Range Boy, and we're asking for Punchbot to go ahead and do his punchy things. Punchbot, activate punch mode. Candy Lips disappears. Punchbot, do punch things. Okay, I'll do an AoE. Oh, well, we nearly killed Jango there, actually, so it wasn't a terrible idea. Punchbot goes ahead and punches things straight through the chest there. We save the death mark, so we probably use that on Maul. Punchbot does his thing with his fist. I mean, I've never seen it happen ever before. Punchbot comes in and punches things. Punchbot does the punch. There's a theme to this battle. Yep, easy 65. No banners dropped there. I'm happy. So this next team really had me worried. It was a Maul lead team with Traya, Scion, Nihilus, and Alan, and they all had a lot of relics. And I know the team that I'm using here is incredibly risky. I took in what is essentially the Supreme Leader Kylo counter to deal with it, because I was genuinely worried that this team could get away from me if I let it. I know that I don't have a Slacker counter now. If he sets one on the back wall, we're in massive trouble. but I did my research on this guy, and he tends to never set Slacker on defense. So I thought, we should be safe. We should be fine. Is it secret? Is it safe? I figured getting rid of Traya next would be the wisest thing to do. Get rid of that Isolate, stop her from removing all the debuffs. Talon just disappeared from an attack from Luke, which is nice. Side note, I kind of want to relegate Luke. And right now I'm just looking for maintaining banner efficiency. Get a nice big stun off here. Might as well focus down more. Did that more for the mass assist than anything else. I did this simply for the AoE foresight. And then we just need to deal with Scion. He's only Relic 1, so good night, Scion. Good banners there, no banners dropped. But we've used some key teams here, guys. We get the back wall reveal, and this is what really determines how well we're going to do. Da-da-da-da. No GLs on the back wall. I was so happy to see this. He's got a weird Padme Bad Batch team. He's got a new Gunray team featuring Womps, which has no Omi. And he's got Mon Mothma Katarn. So I'm looking happy right now. So I revert back to the northern section, and we choose to take out the Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron. You know that one of my favorite teams to take this out is the Bad Batch. And I had no concerns that we wouldn't kill them this time. So we got these stuns off, obviously, and then we go for the double team stun, and we get it off. So we swap over to Echo, and we choose to get rid of Qui-Gon Jinn, seeing as though Anakin has got that stun. Everybody is looking very, very upset with me right now. And yeah, I'm happy. Double tap coming out of our boy Hunter. Booyah. There goes Bananakin. Bananakin is no more. And it's just Mace, Kiadimundi, and Bluebees over there. And they're all dead. Max banners. So far, our banner efficiency has been bellissimo. I like it a lot. 3 teams left in the northern wall, and 2 of them, I would say, are a little bit bothersome. They've got the JTR with the Resistance Hero Finn. He's 315, so not the fastest, but that BB-8 is really going to speed up the team with R2-D2 in there as well. So, next battle. I decided that the Relic 9 BAM team was probably my best thing to kill next. This one's tricky. It's got Relic 9 BAM, obviously it's got IG, 11, and Queel. I know they don't have a lot of relics, but R9 on BAM is scary, guys, and they also do have Nest as well, so Nest could also be an issue. This team was not fun, but I decided to go all in on it anyway. He gets the damage immunity up. Everybody should expect that. You know, he always does that as his first ability. And I'm trying to pick and choose my battles here. I figure if I kill Queel, that would be great, because he will stop providing his bonuses to IG-11. Fortunately, we decreased BAM's cooldown, so he couldn't go into his Whistling Bird stance. And then we unfortunately get shocked. I don't know why I didn't focus on Queel there. Maybe I just wanted to make sure I didn't trigger any additional bonus turns coming out of that BAM. There comes the taunt, but I'm hoping that the AoE is off cooldown, so we can just go ahead and yeet out BAM. There he goes. BAM is gone. And now we just have to hope that Nest doesn't pose too much of an issue for us at Relic 4. Kill Boba once. Oh, no revives under a gas lead. I know mechanics of teams. God, who do you think I am? So there's no point going for a yeet here, because Foresight does unfortunately scupper that particular ability, which is a shame. And I'm having a look here, thinking, what on earth am I going to do against this Nest? Hopefully something. We go for the Rexolate. Boop, G-Gon. I was like, okay, I guess this was an easy win. We did lose a lot of banners, but ultimately, one tap is a one tap, and I'll take it. So this is a first for me. I decided to go ahead and use Wampacron to take out the Kyle Katarn Mon Mothma squad. I've not used it on this particular counter before. I know that with all the assists and with this particular line out, you are at risk of timing out, simply because Wampa cannot counterattack attacks that assist. So whenever Pow, for example, does his Sakala, he's calling an assist. Whenever Mon Mothma does a basic, he's calling an assist. We can't counter those attacks, so you do run the risk of A, timing out, especially with the TM train on their team. B, eventually Wampa will die if he's not counterattacking and getting that health steal. So it was a little bit of a risk here. I had some faith in my modding though, and I figured we just got to go for it. Very important for me to get that bonus protection, because that's what's going to keep us alive. I didn't want to increase the damage until I've got that bonus protection. I mod my Wampa for a lot of max health so that it can deal with this sort of thing. And when I saw that you started taking out these guys in one tap, so I was like, okay, yeah, we're going places now. Sure, he gets brought back, but, you know, Look at Katarn over there with 24 dots on him, 30 dots on him. I'm like, that's going to hurt when you take a turn, Kyle. we kill Cara Dune for what feels like the 17,000th time of the match. Katarn dies to 42 dots. And eventually we kill her again. So I think we just go for the basic here. I tried to thin out the numbers. I could have roared, obviously, but I chose to just go straight in for the kill. And we do it again here. And happy days. 68 banners. I'll definitely take that against that Mon Mothma team. So as I set my JML on defense, it actually gave me my Genosian team to use for offense. And I figured Genosians probably have a pretty strong chance of dealing with this Nuke Gunray team. My one concern was if Dooku just stuns everybody constantly, that could be bad news. But we've got a lot of dispels in this team, we've got a lot of sustain, so I figured we should be okay. And there's Dooku doing Dooku things. I was like, what do we do here? Let's just build up our damage for one turn and then go for the yeet by Bosk. Immediately got rid of him. I think we're gonna go after Droideka here, but do we go after Wampa? Looks like I'm as confused as future me is about what to do here. Just get rid of the Droideka, guys. Just get rid of Droideka. You don't want him doing stuff. Get rid of the taunt, the stun. God, I can't speak today, guys. Talking is difficult. Wording is very difficult at this time on a Friday. So, I think we might try and just basic here. Yeah, staying on mute for the time being. We've got dazes across the board, which is really unfortunate. Stupid Wampa. And I'm waiting to get a cleanse, so I could use it here. There we go. I went after Wampa because I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute. Wampa can AoE daze me. I don't like that. And I don't want to attack Dooku unless I'm attacking with Spy, because he'll attack out of stealth, and that will that'll incur no counterattack. So I'm like, Spy, go ahead and poke Dooku. We'll call all the assists. Boop, 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 boop. And maybe we can just kill off Dooku. Yep, no more Dooku. Just Nute Gunray left. And we're all looking relatively healthy, so Nute decides to do what Nute does and, you know, banner steal from me. How dare he. We try and recover, but I don't think it's quite enough, unfortunately. So yeah, we drop a banner there. Oh no, we had the max banners, so we're great. We're amazing. Ignore me. Perfect. Every time. So next up, I decided to get rid of the last remaining easy team of the game, and that was going to be the Phasma lead. Now, I've decided to go in with Kira lead for the extra bonus protection recovery and Nest to go in for the solo. Now, I've done this a couple of times. Usually, success rate is pretty good. You obviously have to worry about those damage dealers, namely the OG Kylo can stack quite a bit of damage and counterattacks and is basically a pain to kill, but also First Order Executioner has a lot of survivability baked into his kit. And yeah, he can also ramp up quite a lot of damage with his max health. So we go ahead and we just keep working on... I try to get the stun off whenever I can on OG Kylo, so that will stop him from taking turns and recovering his own health and dealing lots of damage to us, but you can't always control who you hit and when. So I'm getting a little bit antsy at this point because I'm thinking, oh gosh, if we don't kill him soon, it could be a problem. And Nest continues to do Nest things. So we've nearly got First Order Executioner out. Obviously, SLKR, not SLKR. OG Kylo Ren is still causing us a few issues here by staying alive and introducing more damage than I would like them to. But ultimately, we will get through, I feel. So get the stun off on Kylo, very nearly kill them. That is the key point. And then we recover our health, and we should get just one more attack would be good. Unfortunately, he gets an extra 2 attacks in, recovers that protection. But got very close, but we didn't quite have enough speed to get away from that Kylo there. And they're recovering back up, and it's making me nervous. Get rid of Phasma. And go over, get one more hit into Kylo. Only do a bit of protection damage. We get the counter attack. Here comes another stun. Boop. Stun just immediately kills him. So I was a little bit nervous there, but eventually we got through. So happy days on that one. First Order Stormtrooper really doesn't have anything that you can do against our Nest, fortunately. 64 banners. Obviously, we lost a unit, but worth the sacrifice so we could just use essentially one character from our roster. Now, we obviously had this JTR team with the Bag Brothers, and we have the Padme Bad Batch team down in the south. This CLS team, I felt, could comfortably take either of them, and I wanted to make sure that I tried to use the best use out of it. So I took CLS here because I felt like this would be the more difficult team. Go immediately and get rid of Resistance Hero Finn so he can't start a TM train going. And then it's just a case of keeping that foresight off Jedi Training Rey and going full send on her so she can't really get the ball rolling. Without JTR in this team, it's really nothing to worry about, to be honest. So you get R2-D2 stealthing the rest of the team, trying to be annoying. We immediately cleanse it. Poe bites the dust, and it's just R2 and BB-8, and they're not going to do anything, truth be told. We get Chupio to get a bit mad, and clears the board. We lost a banner there. But this does let us see what's on the fleet. This really would determine, do we get a full clear or not? Because we set Malev, Exec, and Negotiator on defense. So he has got his Exec, and he has got the First Order Finalizer fleet and a Chimera fleet. I'm actually thinking we've got a chance here, because I don't need to full clear if I can kill this team effectively. Let's see what we use. So we end up going for a hodgepodge mishmash team because all I wanted was to one-tap this team. We've got in with Traya and Scion, Nihilus, who's only gear 10, and we've got our Boba Fett and HK. I just wanted to throw literally anything in this team that might help us win, because Bad Batch are no joke, and Padme lead can obviously be irritating, especially when she's Relic 8. So we go ahead, get the ability block off them with Boba Fett there, and all I'm looking to do is try to get my Isolate out of the gate. It's proving to be difficult thanks to that undispellable stun that Traya had. And we go ahead and I think try and kill Padme? No, we go for Wrecker here. He obviously shrugs that off as if it wasn't even there, but you know, that's Wrecker for you. And I'm like, okay, great. So I choose to isolate Padme here, and this is so she can stop healing her other allies and giving them bonus protection when she uses her first special. Typically speaking, if I'm taking in Traya against a usual Padme team, I'll look to isolate her, maybe fracture Kenobi. So I was taking the same approach with this team here. So I'm currently very surprised that my Nihilus hasn't died yet at gear 10 versus full Relic Bad Batch. We just focus on Padme because I'm like, if I can kill Padme, then things will get a bit easier for us and we can then isolate Wrecker or something like that. So she can obviously heal herself, she can't heal other people. I choose to annihilate Wrecker. I think we do Wrecker here. So that is actually going to give us a load of stats on our Nihilus. I'm no longer worried that our Nihilus is going to die after absorbing all of Wrecker's stats. So I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously we can't get rid of that stun right now. They obviously still have some DPS, but we've hit Held by Hatred, and I'm starting to think, can we actually one-tap this team? We lost HK, but the rest of the team is still standing pretty strong. I think we might be in with a chance here of actually one-tapping. So I'm getting a little bit concerned about Nihilus now because he had that exposed there that really lowered his health. But we're looking okay. I look to decrease Nihilus's the cooldown on Nihilus's turns once again, give him some bonus protection. Boba over there is looking a bit weak. Padme is gone. Stripping off the buffs from Echo is obviously ideal. And we're just focusing down Echo, and I'm feeling pretty good right now. I didn't think that this team would work, but it's doing really good work at the moment. We get another drain off, and that would give us the cooldowns completely reset now on our Annihilate on Nihilus. So Gear 10 Nihilus putting in absolute work against this team, really punching up against against these Bad Batch and Padme. Turns out Bad Batch and Padme, not that great a team to set on defense if these substandard Sith trio can really deal with them. I mean, HK just got an AoE off and died, so Echo looks like he's going to die now. Oh, no, there's the recovery. And we might as well isolate him and decrease the cooldowns from on Nihilus. Get one step closer to getting another Annihilate off if need be. Do we decrease the cooldowns? Only once the Tech must have had foresight on him or something. Maybe he just naturally dodged. Go for the execute. No execute that time. And it's just down to Tech. And I'd say this is a comfortable win. We might not have full health, we might not have full protection, and we might not have survived with all members, but it might just be enough for us to be more efficient than our opponent. Obviously, we've still got to go through fleet. But things are looking okay right now. Things are looking okay. And there we go. We killed the team. 58 banners is obviously not good, guys, but that is the board cleared. So, go ahead and take a look at the score difference here. He's on 1445 and I'm on 1384. So, you know, the difference is really not that large. We're talking 61 banners. I don't need to clear his exec. I just need to clear even one of his fleets effectively. Let's get into the first fleet battle. It probably wasn't the time to take a risk, but YOLO. I decided to go ahead and use Rebels here against Finalizer. It has worked countless times. For some reason, the Finalizer loves to just target anything but the Millennium Falcon with that hunted out the gate, which really gives me all the benefit that I need. So I just want to really be going after Kylo Ren out the gate. Get rid of all the benefits on his ship. Get rid of the defense pen and the offense up, and then we just killed him. He's just gone. I was like, oh, all right then. Unfortunately, we didn't get the assist there. Oh no, I don't think it can happen thanks to the hunted. Heal up that Bistan's U-wing, and then we. Apologies for that. Somebody just subscribed on YouTube. Thank you, Harothir. Scared the crap out of me. Okay, so it's actually looking pretty good. Once you got the TIE Silencer out of there, there's nothing really to worry about this First Order fleet anymore, especially when I've got all my ships alive. I call in the Outrider here just to have some fun with the new ship. I'm like, new ship, I might as well use it. And go ahead and get rid of the remaining ships now. There's nothing really stopping us from getting that full clear. Well, maybe not the full clear, but certainly nothing stopping us from clearing out this fleet. Just the shuttle left, and it's not looking too pretty. Let's go. Bap, bap. Booyah. And that there is the win. 68 banners out of the 61 that we needed to tie. And we've still got another fleet that we can quite realistically take. We are up by 7 banners against a guy who had 6 GLs to our 3, and we had no GLs on offense. Very nice. So, for our next battle, we are going to take in our home one, Resistance, against the Executor here. Against the Chimera, apologies, not the Executor. Things can go wrong in this counter, obviously, but I don't need to win. I don't need to win this battle. Pro tip, if you are doing this, make sure you use the AoE with Millennium Falcon to kill the opposing taxi before they get a turn. If you just go ahead and wiggle and get the extra buffs, then the Imperial type bomber is going to just dispel all your buffs with that move there. So just use the AoE. You'll kill taxi, even if it's a relegate, which is nice. So at this point, I'm like, well, I got rid of the dangerous ship. I might as well just focus down on the TIE bomber, see if we can maybe potentially get out the Holdo maneuver. I decided to call in the Clone Sergeant just to give us a little bit more survivability. We weren't taunting with our SF-17, and truth be told, the SF-17 is made of very, very thin paper, possibly the thinnest paper you've ever experienced. So yeah, I decided to bring an extra tank, and of course they just immediately get rid of all the protection on it, so it doesn't taunt anymore. So it was a pro move. Follow me for extra life tips. And then they've got the TIE Iron Interceptor, which is annoying more than anything else, because it's not particularly tanky, but it's there and it just gets full sight all the time and throws out AoEs. Still a pain, even at low gear levels. So we finally get through to a better point. We get to call in our Resistance X-Wing, and this is going to really expedite our move over to the Holdo maneuver. The TIE Bomber dies from the dots, which is lovely. I get rid of the foresight and think, you know what, that ship's weak, we might as well try and kill it. All this buff immunity, really annoying, by the way, guys. Really annoying. So they get rid of 2 of our fleets there, and I'm just like, I must kill that TIE Iron Interceptor. It is annoying. Like, I can't get foresight on any of these. Let's put it on the the Resistance X-Wing. Want to try and get over to the Holdo maneuver. It's looking highly unlikely that we clear this fleet in this battle, but if I can get the Holdo maneuver off, then I will count that as a win, and I'll write to my mother and say, hey mom, we got off the Holdo maneuver. So close. I call in the Ebon Hawk, get rid of all the buffs, get rid of the TIE Iron Interceptor, good night. And then it's onto the Death Trooper. Come on, we got to get rid of that Reaper too. I know that if we get round to another capital ship move, we'll get the Holdo maneuver. Ah, yes. Beautiful. So they have a one ship advantage and they've got a tank whilst we don't. So chances of us actually beating this team is basically 0. But I don't care because they've only got 2 ships. Well, they've only got 3 ships left. So I'll quite happily just go in with an extra fleet. We've already won because I know he can't beat my Executor because he's obviously used up all his good fleets. So I was feeling pretty comfortable right now. We very nearly got rid of the TIE Reaper there. It's like, come on, let me kill that TIE Reaper. Oh yeah, just 2 ships left. Lovely jubbly. You get a couple of dodges there. Ebon Hawk is actually a pretty decent ship. It gives itself quite a lot of foresight. Double taps on a basic, passes additional TM. Yeah, it's good. It's got buff immunity, it can dispel. It's lovely. So obviously we didn't win that particular battle, guys, but we didn't need to because we already had the win in the bag. So we decide to clear up with our own Empire fleet. Now, I could have thrown in a meme fleet for this, but I decided, you know what, I never get to use my Empire fleet properly. Let's just give it a blast now. Turns out, going really heavy on defense actually paid off for me in this particular GAC. I got the holds that I needed to on the ground that gave me the banner of advantage that I needed. You know, we were quite comfortably ahead on banners when we reached fleet. I only needed 61 and got 68 out of the one fleet we killed when they had an extra ship destroyed over us. So we were definitely efficient and they were definitely inefficient. And this just really sealed his fate. He would have had to have cleared the Executor out, and I knew there was just no way he did it if he had to deal with the Negotiator, the Malevolence, and the Exec that he's now preloaded. So comfortable win there for us, guys. Final scores are 1,505 to me and 1,445 to our boy Bob. So hats off to you, Bob. Well done, but I am very proud of what I accomplished here. If this video was good, guys, I would really ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to your boy. Subscribe to your boy. Scribe. Links in the description to my social media: Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, all that lovely, lovely things. Please do follow me. Give me lots. Shower with me with your attention because I need it. I'm desperate. I can't help it, guys. It's an illness, really. But hey, keeps me doing YouTube videos. Till the next video, guys. Peace. Just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.